GSL.
Dude, this song is sick. What is this song?
It's really good.
It's really good. Welcome to the GSL Code S. We're going to go into our second best of 3 here. True or Zerg.
You know what? Hold on. Before we talk about this best of 3, guys, go out there and let everyone know that this match is going on, like this group. Because I got to say that after that first set that we just watched, I'm totally pumped. Those were 3 awesome games.
Yeah,
like,
really were.
I guess the third one's a little bit lackluster, but it was a great series.
Well, it was great for a cheese. I mean, cheese is it climaxes really fast.
Maru was just showing once again that he is a champion. He's like, no, just cheese twice in a row, no problem. Just like MVP, man. It's great to see. And you know what? This match,
itself.
Yeah, True is a very good Zerg coming up, and he's going against the legend of Stork. Oh man, this is a great group. I'm just having a blast here
This
today.
is a story here about the new and the old. Stork is about as old school as you can get here in the GSL. I mean, or I should say in StarCraft in general. It's this guy legendary in Brood War, now up against a player who is having his first time here in Code S, now in the round of 16.
Yeah, you know, this is exciting for me, man. Like, one of the best matches, the best match of the year for me so far, just occurred. It was like Effort versus Maru in Pro League, and
that was
the thing is, when Effort came out to fight Maru, when it counted, I'm like, oh my god, this must mean he's back, and he was. He played like a god. Now, Stork, he played like pretty well in the round of 32, and he beat some very good players, but we haven't seen that game yet where we're like, holy crap, like he might win. I want to see that right now so badly, I can't even tell you.
I got my fingers crossed personally. Our first map is going to be Habitation Station. The loser does pick the next map. True against Stork here. Stork really eager to make the same splash he made in StarCraft II that he made in StarCraft 1.
Certainly he is. That would be amazing if he could. Let's see it, Tasteless.
All right, let's go. Game number 1 here, and our second best of 3 is ready to go. The winner goes on to face off against Maru, the loser against Dark, as these 4 players struggle to move on to the round of 8 in the GSL Code S. In the upper right, we have our other Zerg. He is
G-Neo Green Wings True, Bangtasu.
Zerglings.
in the upper left here, the legend from Brood War.
Samsung Galaxy Khan Stork, Song Byung-gu.
Huge cheers from the crowd. I just cannot wait to see what he brings to the table here today.
Well, you know, his hallmark was really in his build orders. They were so thought out, they were so calculated. Yeah. What does he do this time?
Yeah, no, he was like perfect at that. You know, very much like we see in StarCraft II. Even though in StarCraft II it's gone away a bit because there's been this huge, like, Protoss surgence of strength. In StarCraft 1, there was never really a huge surgence in their strength, so like the top Protosses all had their own styles.
Overshadowed, yeah.
And we've had that throughout StarCraft 2. Recently, a little bit less because Protoss has gotten way more figured out.
Yeah.
But still, you know, he had. Who would we compare him to actually in StarCraft 2?
Well, look at that. I would compare him to that Stork shooting lasers out and killing those stick men.
That's awesome.
I think we solved that one.
That was a Colossus with only 2 legs. But
I'm sorry, wait, ask the question again.
I'm trying
to
think
give you a good answer.
Who to compare Stork to in StarCraft 2 for Protosses amongst the top Protosses?
I don't think you really can.
Yeah,
I mean,
no one quite fits the bill perfectly.
Stork had really efficient builds that cut corners, but never normally to get a rush done, but to get an expansion or tech done.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way to describe him. We don't have a lot of that here.
I'll let my brain think about that for a few days.
Stork was also had some of the best control for Protoss in StarCraft 1. I mean,
it was fantastic.
Whether it was Zealots or Dragoons or DTs or Reavers, I mean, he just was very good at not using them, doing as much damage as possible. even in these tiny skirmishes where it's like 2 Dragoons against 2 Dragoons, I'm like, well, Stork always wins that.
Yeah, that's very true. Not always against Cal. Cal had the control,
good.
man.
Cal didn't have the control. This is true.
Well,
okay, so they're both going for the gold base expos.
That's right. Quite a few drones going over.
And we already have the first Zealot coming up here. He's going to be hitting these drones.
That's pretty annoying. Doesn't want to lose any of these, that's for sure. And I don't think he will either. Like, this is something you get to practice enough in StarCraft 2.
He might be able to get one here.
We'll see. So far, ooh, it's kind of gaining on him. Oh, he's got to be careful. Very nice micro there. Fantastic micro from True.
Yeah, basically perfect micro.
Yeah, look at this. He lost
nothing.
Probably nothing. Not even a Zergling here. Wow. That was really well done. Like, even pulling the Zergling back.
Now there's another Zealot coming down here, I believe. That's the blip on the map? No, I'm sorry, that's a probe. So he's making another Zealot right now.
He's got to fill the holes in his walls, basically.
Yeah,
not
he's got to clog this all
up.
up. Now he wants to transfer a lot of probes to this expansion, more than you normally would, because you want to have this optimized when so you're getting a lot of minerals early on.
Now, do you think we're going to see like an immortal push here from Stork? And
we could.
Do you think that True is going to try to go for some sort of weird bust?
We could see both. I'm not entirely sure. I'm holding my breath because it's Stork. And he is like so interesting when it comes to build orders, but he hasn't quite found his way just yet. In StarCraft 2, this could be a season though. I mean, guys, we totally could possibly have a Stork in the finals.
Totally could possibly happen.
Totally could 100% possibly, likely, maybe we'll see what happens.
Could be anything, but maybe him too.
Yes.
There's infinite universes probably, and in one of them, maybe he's in the finals.
Yes. In another universe, he's there, but he's also a giant bird in the finals. I mean, there's infinite possible universes with infinite possibilities.
That's right.
As Artosis and I have talked about, you know, there's also another universe where there's Nick and Dan, but we're actually the makeup ladies downstairs, and the makeup ladies are, in fact, Tastosis, the casting Archon. Everything looks exactly the same too.
Other than that,
the rest of the world operates fine. But
that's the one I actually want to live in.
Yeah,
my true passion.
Yes,
makeup. All right, so we do have the +1 attack on the way. We have a Robo coming up as well. Now, where the Robo is placed is kind of interesting because it's in the main base. And a lot of times we'll see it at the gold base if you want to do an immortal push. But by putting in the main, it does hide what you're doing as well. Because you don't get to see the Robo just sitting there making immortals and then immortals popping out and, you know.
Yeah.
So, kind of interesting.
So the immortal's about halfway done. Zerg is naturally going to take that second base. It just finished up, actually. Down there at the natural location for the Zerg.
Got some scouting going on here. We'll see if we should be seeing a gateway explosion pretty quickly here from Stork. You know, since he started his immortal production, he's got his economy really where he wants it, basically. And here we go. Gateways being added. Hydras and Lings on the way for True right now. And True has gone up to 45 drones, so he's able to mine a bit from that natural as well. Has a little bit of extra production also.
Okay, so there is that gateway explosion Artosis was referencing earlier. And the Warp Prism coming up here. Right when the gateways get done, it might trigger a push.
Yeah, it very well could. You know, when that Warp Prism comes out also.
Or, you know what, he might load up 4 of those sentries over there and start doing some harass, too.
Yeah, I guess he could. I would not want to see that. With where these gateways are being put up right now.
Oh,
like,
well, no, with this many gateways, no, I think it's clear.
I think he's just got to go and push.
I think it's clear.
I think it's clear.
He is at that rally. Do you think he might do an immortal harass right before this?
No, I think he's going to pick them up to come join because they're like clunky, slow units.
There they are.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go.
He's going to do that harass. He's going to harass right now.
Maybe he'll like try to kill a couple drones in the gold base.
You try to deny it, but it's happening.
I'm so stupid. How could I? How could I have a slightly different opinion on what he might be doing with this?
I know you should feel really silly.
Yeah.
So Hydras are coming out now. And while he's done that little harass, he's been able to warp in another round of units. And then I think he does come back here and he goes for it.
Oh, certainly. You know, he did kill like a drone and a Hydra there, so that's nice.
Yeah, for free, basically.
Yeah, why not? You have the multitasking do it, then do it. He has 3 immortals around, 9 sentries. 9. That's so crazy. He's gonna have 4 immortals. Wow, this is like a very scary army. But
is +1 gonna get done right when he gets there too? Oh my God, that would have been bad if he lost that.
If he lost that, that would just be probably
like, all right, Stork, game number 2, go.
Yeah. But, you know, with that many force fields, of course, he'd make us sit here for another 8 minutes.
Yep. Okay, now he's going to do a Zealot harass while he does this, which is fine. He probably won't be able to do a warp in with the Zealots while...
Yeah, I think he just wants to drop those in the main base while he's hitting, which means he has to use pylons, but the creep is spread so far up that he can't really have a pylon once he gets over to that gold base.
Oh, that's a good point. He'd have to put a pylon below
I don't know
area.
if I like this, what I'm seeing here with this warp prism. Like, I like the idea behind it, but, you know, the warping point is just a little bit further away than you might like. And then he can't micro those guys back
he
in
dumps him out here. Is he going to warp it anymore?
No, looks like that's all he's going for.
This is a pretty scary army, man.
Yeah, and you know what? Those 4 Zealots, they actually just had 1-1 finish up, so...
Oh, is he warping over here, too? No? No.
I don't think so.
Oh, my God, they're still there.
Yeah, they could actually end up doing a lot of damage.
Oh, my word.
He's waiting for units to actually go up there to deal with them, and the thing is, you send just a few units, and they can actually kill some of them off. But he does send enough, and that triggers the attack.
All right, nice force field there at the top. Another one at the top as well. Link's spinning here from behind. No force fields in the back just yet. Zealot's actually taking most of that damage.
Ooh, losing some high-energy sentries already.
Yeah, I think
he's lost 5 sentries.
He's been a little bit too conservative with the force fields here.
Yeah,
when I think it's better to just have something out on the map.
Oh my God, he lost 7 sentries tasteless.
Where'd the Warp Prism go? Did he kill that?
Yeah, he did. I didn't even see where, but yes, indeed he did.
Okay, well, maybe the Zealots will be able to help out over here. Mothership Core now going down. Zealots are coming in, but these Immortals not really the best against the Hydras, you know?
No, certainly not.
I mean, you're really there to get Roaches or, you know, the Spine Crawlers, anything like that.
You know, I gotta say, Stork definitely bungled some of this. Not that he would have just 3-1'd or something, but losing 8 sentries there, and I watched, personally, a lot of them go down with full energy. That's like... You got to just spam force fields in a situation like that,
yeah, well,
where you're taking damage from that many sides.
I think waiting for a moment that wasn't coming, you know? Spam them out, keep the sentries alive if you have to.
The thing is, when the Lings came up, like, he was flanked, he was firing at both directions. I think he should have laid another layer of force fields on the Hydras and just dealt with the Lings and then gone back to killing Hydras. And then I think he would have lost a lot less sentries. But he's warped in quite a few again. It's just focusing on Zealot Sentry for warp-ins. Still has all 4 Immortals. Even though they're not fighting against Roaches, still they do a good job.
Oh, nice snipe there.
Yeah.
That was really... Oh, I actually thought he got it.
It looked like he got it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
That was confusing. Okay, so he's got another Warp Prism coming out, which he's going to need here. He has to be able to reinforce a little bit more efficiently than he was before. The gold base, by the way, almost mined out for the Protoss as well as the Zerg, but...
It's more important that it's mining out for the Protoss because the Zerg has the natural still.
Yep, exactly. Okay, not bad force field so far. Some sentries, actually not as many sentries being picked up as before. Link's going to hear from behind, though.
All the Zealots up fighting Hydras, except for a few right back there. Some more force fields are going down. Still has all of his Immortals. His sentries just being picked off once again here.
Yeah, he really can't afford to do this. This is too much gas.
I would love to see units lost tab right now. He's actually lost, I'm pretty sure, like 19
making progress,
sentries.
Artosis.
He certainly is. He is starting to bust through a bit.
And again, it's not the gold base he wants, but really this base over here where the minerals are. I guess he is going to go for the gold base. Excuse me. I think it'd be better to go for the mineral one since the gold base is almost mined out.
You know, with how many sentries he's lost this game, you would think that he would lose the game, but he's continuing to make a lot of progress. And if you look at army supplies, he's definitely winning in that regard.
The last few sentries he made were really, the force fields were quite effective, I should say.
They certainly were.
And I guess he wants to hit this so he doesn't get countered too hard here. Protoss is in superior supply right now with an army supply of nearly 20 more.
He just continues to pick units off left and right here. Still has that Warp Prism. Only has lost 1 Immortal this entire game. It's warped in a lot more sentries and Zealots as well.
Okay, so it looks like there's not really much up over there. Again, Protoss has to take out this base before his gold mine's out. I think this is going to be enough, Artosis. I think Stork might just win this.
It's a weird game, but well done here.
Yeah, despite losing some sentries there, I mean, he was fine. And not even really using the Warp Prism to pick up as much. Yeah, that's going to be GG. We're going to have to go to game number 3 here. Stork dominating here in game number 1.
Can I say that this was extremely Stork-esque?
Yeah.
Because any game in which you watch a Protoss do a 2-base all-in and lose... He first lost 8 sentries, doing very little.
Was it really that many?
It was 8. He started with 9. He had 1 at the end of that first engagement where the Lings flanked. And then he warped in a ton more. He went up to 11. He warped in 10 more. And then he lost basically all of them again, like except for maybe 2. Then he warped in a bunch more. But the thing is, he still like kind of crushed True there. And this is something that we could see from Stork in StarCraft 1 as well. It didn't matter how badly battles went because he knew what he had to do to win the game.
He understood the situation well enough that he made the rest of the choices correctly from there.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Like 95 or more % of our games that we see where a bunch of sentries are lost in the rush, you go, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wrap.
Well done by Stork, though.
That goes to show you what 10-plus years of Brood War experience will do, StarCraft 2. Map choice for True is going to be merry-go-round.
All right. Merry-go-round, so hard to take that third base.
Really
but
is,
as Stork showed us, he's not afraid to do a 2-base attack. 2-base all-in. That was very, very all-in, that attack.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a few patches left for Stork at the gold. If he didn't get that base, the natural there of the Zerg, that's it.
Yeah.
The Protoss literally just mines out everything and is screwed. And Zerg takes another expansion again and just punishes the Protoss over and over again as he tries to get the base.
With Stork's build order, he knew exactly what he could make and what he could do with it.
Yes, he was all over it. It's time for game number 2 here. Stork is in the lead. True needs to win this game and the next to go on to the winner's match against Morrow in today's GSL Code S.